we'll be learning how to make this layered belt sleeve. Now this tutorial is very simple and is great for beginners. And then the beauty of this tutorial is once you learn how to make this layered belt sleeve, you can use this knowledge in making other garments that had layers too. For example, you'll be able to make a layered skirt or a layered dress. So please pay attention and watch this video down to the end so that you can follow every step. All right, good. So now we'll be starting this tutorial using a sleeve block. If you don't have a sleeve block, no worries at all. Please scroll down my page and then you see a tutorial on how to draft your own sleeve block. And I'm also going to put this tutorial on the description box below. Okay, so now once you have your sleeve block like so, you are going to determine where you want your belt sleeve or where you want your layers to start from. Then you're going to divide the portion into 3 parts. So I'm going to mark from here. Now this is going to be my first layer. I'm using 5 cm each. Yours could be a lot wider than that. Okay, so you see, so now I'm going to have 3 layers. I have 1, 2, and then 3. So once you've done this, you are also going to duplicate this same thing on another sleeve. So you're just going to trace out another sleeve and then duplicate these parts. Okay, now once you have a duplicate copy of your sleeve, you're going to set this duplicate aside. We're going to need it later. So you're going to cut open these 3 layers. So you're going to cut them through. Okay, so now we are going to discard this part. We don't need it. The upper part here, we just discard it. So now you're going to draw slash lines on each of the layers and then cut them. So your slash lines can be about 2 cm or 3 cm. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so you're also going to draw slash lines on these as well. Now once you've drawn your slash lines, you are going to cut them from the bottom. You know, this is the top and this is the bottom. So you're just going to cut it just like this, but do not cut them through. Just cut it all the way to the edge. Just slash them because you're going to spread them on a plain sheet of paper. So once you finish cutting them open, you're going to take a plain sheet of paper and then you're just going to spread it out. Now you're going to spread it out as wide as you want. The wider you spread it out, the fuller your flounce will be. Okay? You can even spread it out in form of a circle if you want. So it really depends on you. If you want it to be a full circle, you can spread it out as wide as this. Now if you want it to be a half circle, you can also spread it out as wide as this. So it really depends on you. So once you are happy with the way you spread them out, because this is the first layer, you're going to add about 2 cm to the hemline. Now the reason why you're adding 2 cm to the hemline is because when you attach it, you want it to cover the second layer very well so that the seam allowance or the seam will not be showing. When I cut it out, you're going to see exactly what I mean. So you just add about 2 cm to the hem just like this. Okay, so from here now 2 cm. Okay, and then you use your French curve to connect all the points together. and then you're going to trim off all the excess paper. Okay, so once you finish, you're going to have something like this. You see? Now you're going to repeat this same process for the other 2 remaining layers. So you're going to slash open your second layer. You're also going to slash open your 3rd layer like that, and then place them on piece of paper and spread them out to create your flounce like so. Okay? Now for the second step, or the second layer, this is how it's going to look like. Now I added 1 cm from the hemline so that it can also cover the seam for the 3rd layer. I also added a little bit here. I added about 1.5 cm from the side here. You can see it here, so that the flare will be a little bit fuller, or the flounce will be a little bit fuller. I did about the same thing here. Now that is optional. This is just to make the flounce a lot fuller. Okay, good. So this is my this is 2 layers already, and now this is the 3rd layer. Now for the 3rd layer, we don't need to add anything to it. The only thing we're going to add, or when we place it on our fabric, we're just going to add seam allowance all around, both at the hemline and on the side, on the inside like this, so that we can stitch it. So I hope you are enjoying this tutorial so far. Please, if you like this tutorial, please do not hesitate to subscribe if you have not already done so that you always get notified when I post new videos. All right, and give me a thumbs up if you're enjoying this tutorial, or if you found it helpful. Remember, as always, to share with your loved ones and your sewing besties as well, so that we can all learn together. Okay, so now you're going to take the sleeve pattern that you set aside, and then we are going to cut off this lower layer, or the last layer. We do not need it, so you're just going to cut it off just like so. Okay, so these are the patterns we're going to have for this sleeve. Okay, now as an example, let me show you how it's going to look like when you stitch and attach them. So this first layer is going to be stitched to this line here. So when you cut your patterns, make sure to add notch. Place your notch here and place your notch on this part. So this first pattern here is going to be on this layer. You're going to attach it to this layer just like so. So you see how it looks. This is because it's on paper, that is why it's not very relaxed. Okay, and then the second layer is going to be attached here. Okay, so you see, this is how it's going to look like. Then the 3rd layer is going to be attached to this seam here, joined to the hem of your sleeve just like so. All right, so you see how simple this sleeve is. Now let me know in the comment section what you think about this sleeve. Was it simple enough for you to understand? Do you have questions? If you do, please drop your comment in the leave your comment in the comment section below. And if you have not already subscribed by this time, please do well to subscribe and give me a big thumbs up if you enjoy this tutorial. Now if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being here. All right, I'll see you again in my next class. Until then, do have a blessed day. Bye bye.